On November 18th, Lafayette football finished a 9-win regular season and the program's 700th victory in the best way imaginable by beating Lehigh 49-21 to capture the Patriot League title and triumph in Rivalry 159. Let's take a look back at this historic win with some victory highlights from Lafayette Sports Network.
15 touchdowns on the season.
Jalen Hayes, former Lafayette College Director of Basketball Operations, is now Cornell Assistant Basketball Coach. I ran into him before the game. He said it feels good to be back in Kirby. He had so many relationships here that it's nice to see everyone. Lafayette football are Patriot League champions because of their win in the 159th rivalry game at Lehigh yesterday. I'm here with head coach John Troxell and quarterback Dean DeNoble to break down and celebrate with you guys. Yesterday's game specifically, you guys were down heading into the half. What was that locker room conversation for you guys to come out a totally different team?
Well, I mean, Marco addressed the team and it was pretty passionate, but really, the only thing
One of your consistent acts of kindness is when you sign a baseball for a fan, you ask that they complete one good deed in exchange. When did you start this?
It started last year. I was in spring training and I was about to walk out to this field. And
do you find when you did play more that the music interest complemented the high pressure athletics?
Yeah, I think it's just good for the brain.
Yesterday, you mentioned that the kick game and who could run the ball better would be crucial. In what ways did Lafayette execute in these categories?
Well, we ran the ball really well. I think they beat us in the kick game, but we came up with enough plays running the football to come out on top.
Number 20, Monmouth leading rusher, was an expected challenge. How did Lafayette defense contain him?
Hey, we held him to 41 yards. I mean, we had 11 guys getting to the ball.
This is one of the toughest opponents you'll play in non-conference. How proud are you of your team to be neck and neck with them right to the end?
Yeah, I think we played a pretty strong game for most of it. Obviously, we've been searching for a little bit of consistency along the way.
Finally, as a leader on the team and captain, what's your message to get the win and come out on top next time?
I think we've shown this year we can be in every single.
To what extent does your football IQ help with the broadcast?
That's another good question. We do so much during the day, 4 hours a day doing.
Finally, you're more than a player, you're also a coach. How do you emphasize having fun to these youngsters in the intense recruiting atmosphere? Lafayette men's lacrosse has earned a spot in the Patriot League tournament for the first time since 2010. A Bucknell victory saw your daughters run onto the field, give you the biggest hug. What did they tell you?
They said, I love you, Dad.
We haven't checked in with Colleen in a while. Let's send it down to her. Colleen.
Thank you guys. Out on the berm, music's blaring. I bet you're wondering who the music man of the Worcester Red Sox are. It's Narciso Crook. He said that since he's fluent in both languages, he can play a variety of music from Latin to American music after a big win or just to get the guys hyped up for the next game. Welcome back to the Leopard Report. Emma Elman on lacrosse and Sam Becker on swimming are also involved in the ROTC program. So earlier this week in the library, we were laughing about assumptions non-ROTC people make. What experience do you have with some of these myths?
Yeah, so some people either don't know what it is at all, or they think, oh, you're in the Army. We're not really.
Congratulations on your selection to first team All-Patriot League. How does it feel to get that recognition?
It's great, especially getting nominated and getting selected with Mike Zurillo.
Besides putting the ball in the back of the net, what was a major contribution to tonight's win? This week you mentioned one of the older items in your closet, your father's retro jacket. How's that special to you?
A million boat lights, and basically when the sun comes up, you're allowed to start lobstering.
Both of today's goals were off corners. How important is it for your team to execute when you have those corner opportunities? Bobby on Track is this year's male recipient of the Class of 1913 award. Big plans ahead. What are they?
I'm going to go play with the Ravens. So
let's see a demo. What princess would you be?
Oh, Rapunzel.
So I say, EB7, you got to bring the juice.
Who are you never allowing to touch the ox? Who's the worst music?
Me. It's me.
There's 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left. How are you hyping up the crowd?